All right. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I'm saying. I've already looked like I've been scalped. I don't need to be scalped.
I mean, it can be arranged if you need it a little shorter.
I didn't have any of my good looking hats on. Not that I'm good looking and I wear a hat. No, the hats are good looking and I wear them. I'm like a mannequin for the hats. Listen, real quick. Oh, dude, you know what? That's a brother right there. He just
stole that from Pedro.
Pedro. That's Pedro Guacamole. That's Pedro Guacamole.
As opposed to jalapeno on a stick?
Well, yeah, we were looking for a name for last name. I thought it was, Pedro Guacamole. Pedro Guacamole. I was saying Gonzalez, but everybody's Gonzalez. Pedro Guacamole.
Gonzalez, Hernandez.
They're all them. How many guacamoles do you know?
8 names.
Yeah, there you go. So, enough of that. We had some music on. I'll say this is not ours, but it's generic Highland music. Because we're all Highlanders.
That's cultural.
There can be only one.
There can be only one. See, you didn't know which Highlander I was going with. You didn't know. You didn't know. Just saying. God Almighty, this kid drives me up the dingy walls. Let me see here. By the way, corporate headquarters says, dare. Remember, it's just for entertainment. Corporate headquarters said, Duncan, just tell them. So they don't get their panties twisted.
Well, people can't figure it out for themselves.
Well, the people that we got nowadays out there in the real world, bless their hearts.
Bless their little hearts.
Bless their little ever-loving hearts. Yeah, man. What's going on, everybody? Real quick, immediately from the Warrior table that was established ages ago by King Arthur himself, we got the main man on the right side of me. I mean, this guy, the round table, that's him right there. He is the warrior personified, Seamus Tully.
Fuck you.
Okay, or maybe
I'm not English, I'm Irish.
But the island, he wanted to unite them all under one. No? Didn't you guys have like one? Okay, wait. Boudica, warrior queen of the Celts. No, nothing yet. Doesn't click. Well, look, do your damn research.
That's Scotland.
No, Boudica was Irish. She was a warrior queen that fought against the Romans when they were in the British Isles.
Did you know that my great grandfather?
Before we continue with introductions, hold on. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm related to a 16th century king that fought.
Dickhead?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you.
Well, I'm just saying,
16th century king that fought against the Vikings, and a 17th century bishop that fought against the British.
Okay, so two things. No offense, they all ran away from the Vikings. I'm sorry, they were not that brave. They ran. They're like, oh my God, the Vikings are coming. And they were like, oh shit, they ran.
Well, they fought first.
A little bit. Not well. They got dead a lot, and then they ran. Pillaging and raping of their own women and little boys, apparently. Them Vikings, you guys, Mike, aren't you like part Viking or something?
No.
I'm saying, and you're also Catholic too, so no.
Yeah, Catholic, but not.
No. Okay, listen, and from the non-warrior table, this is like pure.
I don't know. That's a big German motherfucker.
I'll tell you what, this is pure naval intelligence right here. This is the guy. Yeah. He is covert ops. He is Navy intel. He is doing it. He's doing it on a level that, I haven't even begun to do it. This is Mike, the man Striegel, and yes, you're German. I know. Go ahead.
And I can't swim.
No. What do you mean you can't swim?
But he's got a.
You can't swim?
No, I can't.
You can't swim? Really? You can't?
I can. No, I can. I know how to swim. I can doggy paddle.
Oh, and you say he's got a big wiener schnitzel? What?
A great wiener schnitzel.
A great, not big, a great. Apparently, there's a vast difference between great and big.
And my family came over during the Civil War because we didn't have enough fighting in Europe.
You guys are slightly related to Martha Wash.
Yes, yes.
Notice I didn't say Washington. I said Martha Wash. Completely different. They were third
No,
cousins.
No, I'm
No?
directly related.
Direct.
Yes.
Well, I'll
related
drink to that. I'll raise my red can. I'm not going to turn it for the cameras because, the hell with you guys. As far as you're concerned, it's Coca-Cola.
Sure. There you go. Drink it in.
I got a bask in the glow of it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's American made. It's not bad. Yours truly, the Guajiro, by the way, that's Cuban redneck. Guajiro with the mostest. Thanks to old Pedro Guacamole over there, is Duncan Ramon Echeverria. I don't come from warrior stock. I come from like farmers, man. We were just like farmers. What'd you do with farms?
And how long did it take you to swim over here?
It was a boat. It was a boat. But you know what's funny? You said
a rowboat?
A row. Give me the damn cutter. There's a funny story. If you guys, I've never told you this, but I've ever told you guys the story of how I got to the United States, what my arrival and leaving Cuba story. No?
What airline were you smuggled in?
Sort of close. So here's the long and short of it. In 1980,
okay,
we had this thing called the Mariel boat lift, which was, Jimmy
Yeah, I
Carter
remember-
negotiated
yeah,
the
A
openings,
bunch of people could get out of there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that was being allowed, let's say if you had family in the United States, they could send a boat to come pick you up and, bring you into the United States. So we had family, but unfortunately, we had very, our family's always been very poor, and they lived in Miami. They didn't have a lot of means, but
So they sent a canoe.
they sent a canoe. You know what, Mike? I'm about to cut your Wiener Schnitzel off, and I don't care how great it is. It can't be that damn great, I can tell you that much.
I was talking about food.
Yeah. No.
He always has to go there, doesn't he?
I know. Why is it so long? Anyways, so
they sent a boat for you.
no, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
So because they couldn't afford one, we were at this place called Mariel, which is the port of Mariel in Havana. I mean, there was must have been almost 300,000 people trying to leave. And we were in line, and so there was a boat. I'll never forget it.
How old were you?
I was 8 years old.
Okay.
But it's like these things are like, if you look back at certain years, no matter how young you were, certain things you never, ever forget. They're there. Yeah. I remember still that it was nighttime, the masses of people washed and unwashed, and my mom literally had a death lock on me so that we would not be separated. And my father literally had his arm around her purse, and like we were all three, one unit, we're like military stuff.
Like elephants, grab each other's tail and then walk in a herd.
You think about this: 300,000 people, children, old men, ladies.
It didn't matter. Anything
could have happened. So we were down this line, and the boat that we finally got up to the family had been called, they had been loaded, and the captain was ready to shove off. My dad started screaming at him, please, it's just my wife and my son. Again, he goes, don't take me, take them. I mean, it was, I remember because my father literally pleading, screaming. And next thing, the guy said, okay, my dad, rest his soul, grabbed me and literally threw me at the captain it was a shrimping boat, 25-footer. They have those big shrimping arms. So it's not like it's a massive boat. He threw me up. The guy brought me down, and then he grabbed my mom also and just hefted her up. And then
your mom's not a very big lady.
No, but I mean, back in the day, she was a little stocky, a little stronger, But he was telling the captain, "Okay, go." And it was really insanely touching. The captain says, "Give me your hand." And my dad does it, and he pulled him up, and that's it. The boat shoved off. Now there was a total captain and his mates, plus the family, maybe 15 tops for a 25-footer.
That's not bad. That's not terrible.
Exactly. And it was a shrimping boat, so it was deep, not long. So here's the long and short of it. As we're about to leave the port of Mariel, I guess, a bay area, gunboats from Cuba stopped us and said, you got to go back and load up more people. The captain says, I'm only a 25-footer. I'm not going back. They said, you go back or we sink the boat.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, literally, that's how bad it was. Well,
that's Cuba.
I mean, there was
interesting that Cuba was trying to get people out.
Because they had opened the doors and said, anybody who wants to get out, they said the escorias, the prisoners,
They were trying to get rid of the riffraff.
Yeah, exactly. They emptied out jails. I mean, there were people who literally
basically the undesirables, or what they felt were the undesirables.
Think about how desperate the situation was. They were dudes, rough and tumble, big hombres. They were wearing dresses. These were not gay guys. They were wearing, and they were screaming that they were gay and crazy, so that they would be thrown, out of the country because they wanted to leave Cuba. They didn't care how they did it.
So they pulled a Max Klinger to try and get out.
Pretty much, man. A lot of people, the horrible things that they did to just get out of the country was just insane. But long and short of it, so they did turn us back around. They loaded us with capacity. I mean, over 120 people. Not all of us.
They didn't care. They just wanted them off. And they didn't care if you made it across the ocean.
Exactly. So the long and short of it, man, we were literally so low in the waters. Mm-hmm. My mom was down below deck with me, and I was not feeling well. There was a couple of the kids, and so the captains told the first mate, tell all the children need to come up top. All the children need fresh air. Mm-hmm. We can't have the kids down there. That's not right for them. So all of us went out.
Lucky he didn't capsize.
So I'll tell you what,
it's
90 miles from Key West to Cuba. We were so perilously ready to they started calling SOS to the American cutters. We're broke at sea. Mm-hmm. They said, we are not moving one more inch. They dropped anchor. They said, we're not moving one more inch. We had to leave the into international waters away from Cuba. I mean, we were gone maybe 5 hours, and we have made almost no progress. But we were already away from Cuba enough that we started immediately reaching out, or the captain did, to the American Coast Guard cutters. And then we saw these two massive cutters come in. One of them immediately hooked up on us, and then the other one kind of got behind us just to make sure that, if anything happened, they were there immediately. And so they said, well, we are going to escort you to Key Marathon, which is one of the keys along the area. That's where they were processing everybody. Long and short of it, the captain said, if that's where you're taking us, we're not going to make it. We need to go straight into Miami. When you look at the map, the Keys curved that way. Right. That would have been a longer trek. Whereas Miami's almost like a straight line. Yeah. Havana, Miami. He says, we got to go straight into Miami. So they took us literally. We arrived 7 o'clock in the morning. We had left, 10 o'clock at nighttime. And it's not that far of a trip if you really think about it. It's only 90 miles. But it took us all that time. And we arrived in Miami.
They had to be careful they didn't go too fast.
Oh, yeah.
Take off water.
We arrived in Miami to the Miami River processing area. And we were reunited. Well, my mom was reunited with her family within less than a week, and I met my grandparents for the very first time ever. That's awesome. At Mother's Day, as a matter of fact. That's actually when we all got reunited. It was Mother's Day in 1980. So it's a unique story, but when you're a kid, there's certain things that you never, ever forget. And in my mind, it was the way that my dad, he made sure that we got here. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. That was awesome. And that's why I'm so thankful to this country, dude. And thanks, Pedro. Welcome, Ole. I know. You guys know me. I get all emotional. Let me smoke. I haven't lit up. But today, L'Haim, right there. Cheers to America, baby. Cheers to America and freedom, always. I'm drinking Coca-Cola, but that's Coke.
Hopefully we have freedom for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, dude.
You ever seen the show Friends?
Oh, yeah.
Joey, it's like, look at this asshole, thinks he owns the river because he's got a bigger boat. Who the hell names their boat the Coast Guard? The coast's all the way over there.
Yeah, when he's trying to learn how to sail, I remember that.
Oh, Lord. He's on some other show right now. He's not aging well, man.
He actually did. He did a few shows at one time. He was actually doing Top Gear.
I just see him in that. But this is like some comedy weird thing. I forgot what it is. Yeah, it's Man with a Plan, I think is the name.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. It's like
he had to actually quit Top Gear because he couldn't travel back and forth.
I like Joey's character, but I just can't see him because to me, a lot of things, he's always going to be looked at as the guy
gonna be
from
Joey.
Friends.
Yeah, he's pigeonholed himself.
Like, you know what? I love Tim Allen.
Mhm.
In my mind, Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yep.
I will always, I love him then. What's that, Ferguson or whatever, the guy that was always above the fence?
Wilson.
Yeah.
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
That's what I was like.
I don't know.
What are you looking for? Pouring parts?
Yeah, and see, he had the bearded guy who always was the guy that was
His
on point.
helper, yeah.
But he always wanted more power. Like, yeah, I agree with that, man.
Put like a V8 motor on a lawnmower.
But I can't ever see Tim Allen as anything else except Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Sure.
I love that character.
He's a huge car guy.
Oh yeah. I mean,
him and Jay Leno.
Mhm.
I like buds.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they say that Jay Leno's car garage, it's like,
He's got everything known to man.
it's insane, dude.
Yes.
Million.
And
actually,
what's his name? Also,
Jerry
Seinfeld.
Yeah, he actually does cars.
Comedians and cars.
No, comedians and coffee.
Oh yeah.
And they drive around in the car.
Well, driving in cars.
Yeah.
He did one with President Obama. He says they got this '63 beautiful, like a bluish silver marina blue '63 Corvette, and they're driving and they go up to the gate and the security guard standing there is like, where do you think you're going? He's like, oh hi, I'm Jerry Seinfeld. I got comedians and coffee. It's like, you're a comedian in a car with the president. You're going nowhere. So they drove back up to the White House and they went in and had coffee in the White House.
Leaving the car, not leaving him.
Yeah.
It's not happening. We're Secret
it was pretty
Service.
funny.
We trump you.
Yeah, but Jerry Seinfeld's, most of his cars are Porsches.
Really?
Is he a fan of that?
He's a huge fan of Porsches.
Really?
Yeah. He actually had some old race cars and stuff too.
Tell you what, man. Whoever can, God bless
James
it.
Dean car.
That one, I don't know who owns that, but he doesn't own it.
I was behind a blue, and he's local. A blue is the Alfa Romeo, but it was like a SUV.
Oh,
I didn't know that they did an SUV. It's not a Fiat.
It's more modern.
It's
I don't remember.
horrible. It's ugly as shit. Have you guys seen those?
No.
I like that. The car, new car. It looks nice, particularly the front. It's very Italian-esque. Then when you look at the back,
they've all got that little triangle.
Yeah,
front.
the front's nice.
Grill for eons.
Yeah, just like BMW
but the back
had the double.
doesn't look that like wow, you know.
It's hard to make an SUV look good. It really is.
Well,
Although
Porsche did a great job.
Audi did a good
Audi
job.
did a good job.
Porsche did not do a good job. I hate the Cayenne. I think it's horrible. The new
Panamera.
The Panamera 4-door is good.
Yeah, but that's basically
That's
a sedan.
A sedan.
Right.
They redid the Cayenne. There's another version,
The
SUV.
The Cayman.
Mhm.
I like that a little bit better.
Well, that's just a 4-door stretched Porsche.
Well,
no, that's the Panamerica.
Is it?
Yeah, the
that's the
Panamera
Panamera.
it does, but the
Cayman?
Cayman is more like an SUV. It's got it has
It looks a little bit more.
It has like a station wagon look.
Yes, yes. That you're right. That I kind of like it a lot better because that Cayenne, it's like they took the front of a Porsche and then they just slapped on something behind it. I'm like, oh
Well,
no.
you know, Ferrari actually tried to do a station wagon,
Mm-hmm.
an all-wheel drive station wagon.
Yeah,
I've seen
they said it would get just as good aerodynamics backwards as forwards.
Fuck that.
They actually drove it up a ski slope too.
I saw the Jaguar SUV. Not a fan.
No.
Not a fan.
That is an ugly looking thing.
Get this. Sorry, Allie. My ex-wife's uncle had 2 Jaguar E-types.
That's not that bad.
Is that the older model?
69.
Ooh, yeah,
Jaguar.
that's nice.
Real
Yeah,
ones.
no, that's good shit right there.
Bro. Literally, I was
That's got
hanging
nothing to do with the wife. It's got something to do with her uncle.
Yeah.
Shit. But I like Jags, but I like the older models. Like I remember the old S.
Aston Martin's better.
When they did the
V12
reinterpretation of the
yeah.
S type,
question.
you know, they sort of revamped it with some of the older lines. I kind of like that. I wasn't a huge fan, but I like that they brought back some of the older lines and stuff like that. That's nice. I think the J type is done as the 2-door Sportsters. I think that's what you're talking about for the Jaguar.
Are you talking about the SUV?
No.
The
The
E-Type,
Jaguar.
The E-Type was the sports car. That's the one that they raced.
Which is the one? There's one that
F-Type.
it was.
Yeah, the F-Type is what they're running right now.
Is it?
Yeah, you're talking. Jaguar did do one back in the day when Lamborghini, like the Countach stuff, were big. The Jaguar 220, XJ220, that was supposed to be capable of going over 200 miles an hour.
Hey, Alfonso, how you doing, brother? All the best to you,
Yeah, we
man.
just been sitting here talking about cars, like didn't even notice.
Sorry. Yeah, we've just been,
But actually, that
everything.
car did hit 200 miles an hour. And they actually recently had it on Top Gear, but then after it was on Top Gear, the car got wrecked.
Oh, shit.
I'll still
So,
be a fan of the
don't-
Z06 Corvettes, like the new ones they came out with.
He's
And
not a
like
fan of Corvettes.
I'm not a fan of
Don't go there. He's not a fan of
I
Corvettes.
don't know. I don't know what it is.
No Corvetting for him.
They destroyed everybody in the mall when they first
They
introduced
did.
them.
They did. And they destroyed everybody at Sebring this year, too. With the new one.
The mid-engine?
Yeah.
They won at Sebring.
Was that your?
No, that's me burping.
Okay, just burping.
No, I mean, to me, I think Corvettes and Mustangs are so common.
Okay, any car
Actually, the Camaro
that
is more
you could have,
I'm not a
any
Camaro
car,
fan either.
what do you want right now? If you could have it delivered to you right now, said, hey, what car do you want now? Why?
The last generation Viper.
Last generation.
Of course.
Why?
Because he's a Mopar guy.
Well, I like Mopar, but also the sound of the V10, the horsepower. I mean, it was basically a street legal race car.
Yeah, you can't deny the power of the bike.
And I mean, you drive it, you're hot as hell in it because it's gonna bite you any chance it gets, and it's a fun car.
Any car right now, go.
Original or reproduction?
Doesn't matter. I mean, if
Any
you
car.
can have any car that you say, you know what, my dream car automatically, make a wish, boom, it's delivered to me.
So probably this 1969, probably 65 AC Cobra with a 427.
Yeah,
Nice.
with drum brakes all the way around it.
Yeah.
If you guys don't judge too harshly, before you say, I'm going to just drop mine, there is also a tie into my dad because he had this 1976 Buick Riviera, big white wall tires.
That's not a bad car.
No, it's not a
I
bad
mean,
car.
it was an airplane of a car.
Yeah.
Loved it.
They had the boat tail on it.
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
I mean,
That's a great car.
It is.
I own that car too.
My big
Yeah, well,
daddy,
on a 70
you know, like kind of like driving around town, kind of look,
Uh-huh.
cigar, Panama hat.
Yeah.
That's that car right there.
Yeah, and
dude.
he had to do this because the steering box was fucked up.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't go with like a 50 or a 51 Chevy.
Yeah, but it was just something. I mean, my dad had one, brought it back to original. I mean, he put money into it, and it was just something that was like, dude, it was because he liked big cars. My dad always loved like Cadillacs.
That's the American thing.
All kind of like
cars,
from Cuba. It was like one of those things that he had grown up very poor. But I sat and I drove that car and I said, "Good God Almighty, this will cleave through anything like a
yeah,
hot
you
knife
better
through
get out of the
butter."
way.
You know another one who did the same thing? Remember the old 73 Ford station wagons? Those things
I know
were
what you're talking about.
15 feet long.
Yeah, those were
The
animals.
LTD station wagon?
Yeah, but they had a Country Squire version and the LTD,
Okay,
some
yeah.
with the wood paneling, some that had the seat facing backwards.
Like
Uh,
Family Vacation?
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
like
The
mini
thing was
school
15
buses.
feet long. And had a big 400 big block in it.
Yeah.
That damn son of a bitch would fly.
I tell you what, man, I
But it would only get like 3 miles a gallon.
say there's something engagingly attractive about a big car to guys. I mean, you may not everybody may like the big cars, but every now and then you on this road and you see like maybe just a big old beautiful Cadillac drive by and you're like, oh, you can't say nothing to it. You're like, I love it. Keep guzzling gas. I love you. I don't give a shit.
Or the old Lincoln Continentals. With
Yeah,
the doors.
yes.
Yeah, the Kennedy car.
Yeah.
You see,
Well, they had
you're
hard
like,
tops and soft top versions.
man, I'll tell you what. There's a still a love affair with the big cars out there, which I don't care what anybody says.
I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah. I mean, it's headed our way.
66
You know.
Impala.
You know they're doing like breaks my heart. A lot of times they're taking old 70s Volkswagens and stuff and electrifying them.
So, put a
Why?
speaker in there attached to the gas pedal so when you fucking put it down.
Actually, Tesla actually has a program now that you can actually when you're
Make
driving.
it sound like a
sounds
Ferrari.
like a big
I don't give a
V8.
fuck.
So there is actually and I mentioned this again because I've been dabbling on the stock market for electronic vehicles. But
Dabble it.
there's a company called NIO, which I've been mentioning a lot. So one of the things that NIO has, which I think will surpass
From
not the Matrix.
oh,
This is
shit.
NIO, not NEO.
no, which spells one backwards.
Yes, the one. That's what they were calling him. The one. No, it spells Owen.
Whatever.
Anyway,
And so
continue with your story.
so long and short of it, one of the things that you guys have mentioned that because you guys know about cars, is the challenge that these electronic vehicles have is the charging and the this and that.
Right.
You know, well, Neo basically has something figured out, which I think, in my opinion, is what's going to set them apart. And it's 100% revolutionary. It's called the BA Battery as a Program, BAAP.
Okay.
That or Battery as a Service Program. So what that means is that, let's say that you have now the stations, and you're saying, well, I'm going to make a trip. So you calculate your trip between these stations depending on where you're going.
With Tesla and everything else.
Correct. But as opposed to waiting, what, an hour, 2 hours for a recharge?
Well, with the rapid charge with Tesla,
it's like 8.
No, it's not 8 hours. You can do a rapid charge with Tesla in about an hour.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
So Neo still has that beat within 15 minutes.
Here's the problem I see with that.
Do you know what they're doing?
How do they keep the battery cool?
No, it's
Liquid
not that. No. It's battery as a service. They're not focusing on anything except battery.
Change the battery out.
Yes. So these stations, they're not charging stations. They're charging stations for batteries that are already there. So you just drive in, and you're like NASCAR. You got the guys come in, take out the old battery, boom, install a new battery. You're out on the road between 10 to 15 minutes.
That I can see something doing that.
And that also because
the government will find a way to regulate it, make it guaranteed.
Well, this is actually the Chinese government was doing that, and the Chinese government is backing that. So,
I bet they are.
So here's the other one. They're basically doing this. Instead of buying the car with the batteries to make it affordable,
you buy the car, battery.
And then you buy the service program. That's all you're doing.
Now, here's the other question.
What is it annually?
But I mean, I think it saves the initial buyer between $10,000 to $17,000 off the MSRP of the car.
But I bet you'll pay that in fucking 5 years.
Well, let's say the battery service is gonna cost X amount. You know,
you're still making an extra car payment technically for the battery.
Which I don't think that in those level of cars, I don't think that's too crazy. People are getting into those cars.
What's the base price of the car?
I think they're low end 40s, 50s because they're a little bit more luxury oriented than the Teslas. I mean, you see some of these Neos, they're like, wow.
Welcome to Morons and Automobiles. We're smoking cigars and drinking.
Yeah, by the way, we're not doing Maduros. We're doing actually it's the Nub Connecticut by Oliva Cigars. It's the 4x60.
Spicy, actually, I found it.
Well,
it's interesting.
It's got a great little Connecticut that does have a little bit of spice. This is a all grown in Nicaragua cigar. So I think that everything, because the nature of Nicaragua's soil, the pH balance,
more spicy.
It adds a little bit of that. So, but it's not
super hard.
Yeah, it's not like a pepper bomb in your face either. You know, but that's what we're smoking, man. Are you guys have you ever smoked these before?
I don't remember. No.
Well, I mean, not bad. It gives you a lot of good smoking time for that size.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting because when you look at it, you don't think
you're like, oh, I'm gonna smoke the shit out of this.
Yeah. Well, you don't think it's like, oh, there's gonna be a lot of pepper in there. I mean, like you said, it's not like super harsh, but like when you light it up, it's like, oh, there's pepper there. Like,
it's not a super light cigar either.
Yeah,
it's got some character to it too.
Well, the broadleaf isn't necessarily a light.
No, this is Connecticut. This is not Connecticut broadleaf.
Okay.
Connecticut broadleaf is actually, and glad you brought that up. It's a much, literally by the name itself, it is the biggest leaf, and it's all the way at the bottom. So it has a lot more character, a little bit more aging to get it to the flexibility and pliability that you want to do for a wrapper. So it has more depth of flavors in them. And I do enjoy a good Connecticut broadleaf. I mean, beautiful, well-aged. It's fantastic. In this case, no, it is the very delicate, creamy Connecticut that is utilized in this one. So that's why you guys see. This is also, by the way, it's called a Clado. A Clado means like clear, you know, like a clearer color. You notice it's almost like a little bit golden color.
Yeah.
It's not like a natural. You know, the natural that I do is a little bit darker.
Yeah.
You hold them side by side. Yeah. So I like this. There is a version of this that it's called the Double Claro, and that was the original name for Candela.
Okay.
Or one of the original names, which was a very popular type of tobacco in the United States. It was, arguably speaking, one of the most popular wrappers for a long, long time. And this again, not a lot of people know this, but yeah, it's one of those things. But I do enjoy the lighter cigars with some flavor. What's going on, Living Large? Hey, all the best to everybody that's watching right now. It's been a Cars morning.
Yeah.
Cigars, not three super duper intelligent guys, just three crazy guys.
We all have our opinions.
I stole my
Yeah.
hat from Pedro Guacamole. That's the other guy over there. You can't see him.
Is
The security guard.
yeah. Is Connecticut still a little difficult to come by? A few months back, I heard it was getting kind of short.
American grade Connecticut or American grown Connecticut is considered one of the best, if not the best, smooth, creamy wrapper in the world. Thereby, the process and the price is always a little bit higher. That's why we also look at Ecuador grown Connecticut, because it's very similar, less expensive to grow because obviously, you know, the labor is very cheap. But when you look at a farm, like a very famous farm is the Gerber Farms in the Connecticut River Valley.
A bunch of little toddlers like
adorable children, slave labor at
a
its
bunch
finest.
of little toddlers in Panama hats just like
Yes,
Reagan and shit like that.
I love it. That's the Gerber baby right there. But
And on the other side of the farm, they're producing the food for the.
in the factories, it's split between making shoes and making tobacco.
Oh my god.
Oh, I did do that. You guys got the correlation right there.
Yeah.
I know. Child labor laws, but so because of course labor costs in the United States.
But if they're smaller, do you pay them less? Just pay them in gummy bears
by
and
half,
Oreos.
by half. You pay them by half. It's by half. It's incremental. The older they get, then the more you gotta pay them. But
Get a dwarf that wanders in there like that.
he said it. I would have
said-
said little people.
Well, I mean,
Well,
dwarf
no, you
person.
that's like J.R. Tolkien, man.
Huh?
Tell me, that's like Lord of the Rings shit. You can't. What's wrong with you? Look at that.
Wait a minute. When has he ever been PC?
He's
Why
gonna-
are you worried about it?
He's gonna get his ass handed to him by a dwarf. Oh God, I said it too. I'm sorry. Little person. Anyway, so back to the damn cigars. We can go back to the.
Well, I mean,
cars.
it's better than saying Munchkin.
Or midget.
Oh God. Oh wow.
Hey, hey.
They are saying it. I'm being good today.
Hey.
You guys notice I'm America's sweetheart today.
Yeah, we gotta take him to the dwarf tossing.
Oh God Almighty! With the Velcro
Yeah.
suits. Yeah. You ever done that?
No.
I did. It's awesome. That's wrong, but I did admit it. I did it in South Beach. They had that thing,
Dwarf tossing,
yeah. They wear cute, adorable, all Velcro suits.
You see how far you can get him on the wall?
And
See,
they
I've
do
done that
and
myself.
Shoot!
But I've never tossed a little person.
Oh, it's amazing. It is. It's life changing.
Yeah, I bet.
If you ever want to just have the feeling of like, I'm gonna toss this guy, that's what you do. You go toss a few.
Did you hear?
Pretty expensive too, but it's like $50.
They used to have it.
Yeah, they gotta get paid.
They used to have it every year. It was the WrestleMania, whatever, and they had the
I know where you're going with this.
50 little person or whatever.
Why, when we were doing so good, we were in cars, we were tobacco, and now we're
We
the
took a hard
little
left turn into
people's
Weirdsville.
Royal Rumble and
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Why?
50 midgets running around beating each other up.
Oh my! Hey, all the what the hell? Just like it. The food fertilizer. Living Large, don't feed the fires, man. We don't need anybody feeding the fires.
Well, that was back in the 80s, early 90s when you could get away with dwarf tossing. You can't do that now.
Oh, dude. You stop saying dwarves. I got it. In my mind, I keep thinking like Grimly from Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. Like,
Well, what's wrong with that? He's a little person. Or
there you
dwarf
go.
or something.
Small individual.
Yeah.
Jason Connolly, what's going on? I came in on the perfect. Yes, I'm telling you, man. We were doing so good. I was being like America's sweetheart. I was talking cars with the guys. I finally started something like I knew what I was talking about.
You never know what you're talking about.
Never. When it comes to cars, never. I just make it up as I go along. We were talking tobacco.
You know what it was?
The Gerber Farm. The moment I said Gerber Farm,
No. How we got on this tangent is the little nubs.
I didn't say little nubs. I never said little nub. I said the nub by Oliva. You guys, this is the reason. I think I'm pinpointing it. There's a reason why I'm a total asshole, and here's it is right here. 2 great reasons.
Oh wait, it's covered up.
It's covered up, is it? There you go. He's got the patch. He's got the patch.
Asshole merit badge.
He's got it.
They-
Done deal.
People look at me and say, "Man, you're an asshole," and I'm just like,
Well, there it is.
Like
I got the
I don't
patch.
have this patch for no reason.
I
Like,
mean,
people keep looking.
I
surprised.
worked at it. I worked at it.
Yeah.
I earned it.
It came pretty easy for me.
Well, listen, real quick,
You showed up and they gave it to him.
because
Like,
you
oh,
guys,
this guy immediately.
I gotta get out of this one. I gotta get out of this.
No,
Okay.
keep digging. You
So-
keep sliding.
Let me end the real quick thing
Somebody
about
give him a
this. So anything you guys know in America because of labor, higher costs
Child labor laws.
and child labor laws. God Almighty, I'm dead. So that's why any type of American grown tobacco, even as a matter of fact, Jeff Borisowicz of Florida Sun Grown.
Who?
What?
Yeah, he's a Polish gentleman, Jeff Borisowicz.
Okay.
That's his last name. It took me a long time to learn your name correctly, Jeff. You know, mad props, total respect. He's the owner of Corona Cigars. You know, the very famous big cigar shops in downtown Orlando and Tampa. Really beautiful place. But I mean,
Never been there.
he's awesome, man. It's like if you ever like walk in there, he's got these bars that are like amazing, like 2-story bourbon bars. I mean, just really insane. In one of them, he's got a recreation of an old school like Cuban facade that's like a little restaurant and stuff. I mean, it's really, really pretty. I mean, he does do a good job. So he grows tobacco for the Florida Sun Grown division that is distributed in great parts by Georgia State. So, I mean, like I said, but imagine, again, everything that you do here in the States is pricey. I remember when they first came out, those cigars, and Jeff, nothing wrong with this. I mean, my respect to you. I think I smoked one, and it was a friend of mine brought it because he was traveling through Orlando, and I asked him, how much did you pay for that cigar? He goes, $17. I said, what? He goes, yeah. And I go, dude, are you crazy? I go,
is that because it was from Florida, or
a lot of labor, a lot of work had been done in the States, so that had to translate.
Different states and different countries have like different markups for tourists and stuff like that. So I mean,
well, the Orlando region is like tourist, like trap, big time.
You're
like
always
Hawaii.
paying more.
Like if this is $10 anywhere else in Orlando, it's 30. It's like what the
like
fuck?
Hawaii is
Hawaii-
super expensive, and
Yeah, because everything is imported.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
but so
what's California?
I honestly never thought that cigar was that.
dictatorship?
Yeah, what's their problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. The communists. There you go. I said it.
One of my favorite memories though is
Communist California?
No.
Okay, thank
I
God.
lived there once.
How'd that work out for you?
I was on the Air Force base.
You made it out. You made it out. You were in safe territory.
Yes.
You'd be
I
all
was
right.
from there to Germany.
I'll drink to that.
Hey,
Okay, so you went from from communism to Nazism. I love it. What a great upswing.
yeah.
Hey, the wall came down.
The wall had
There
come
you go.
down. Thank God. I'll drink to that too.
But me and my two brothers, my oldest brother Jerome and my middle brother Matt.
Jerome.
Jerome.
Yeah. How's it going with
He's-
Jerome?
He's named after my father.
Nice. I know your dad's name. Oh, Jerry. I was gonna say Gerald, but I was like, okay. But there is also Jerry for Gerald.
Yeah. Except it's
It's Jerome.
GE. My dad is JE.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
All right, continue. Jerome.
we were in Fort Lauderdale and we were walking along the beach.
We call that Fort Lauderdale. Miamians, because we hate Fort Lauderdale. We call them that because they
There's gang signs and everything.
yeah, I mean Fort Lauderdale. What's up? All that weird shit. I don't know. I made that up. I'm sure if you're from Fort Lauderdale, you're a lovely individual. Continue. Go ahead.
But we were
As he moves away, he's like,
yeah.
"Oh fuck this shit."
we were walking down the beach and we were going to a couple of the bars right there on the beach and
Did
they
you kick
had
any sleeping people?
You saw that's my story that I said about we kicked that silly guy.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought it was a head. Come on. Tell us. See what
Well,
happens
we
when
went-
you get into it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you guys did up to me right there. Okay, got it.
Well, we went into this one bar and there's a lady selling cigars. She has a traditional like the box with
Yeah.
the like neck thing. And she was like
Yeah.
walking around and here you go. I'm like, all right. So we picked the cigar and we went walking down the beach smoking and drinking.
And she chased you because hey, you didn't pay.
No.
Oh, okay, thank God.
I can't remember what I had.
You remember roughly what you paid for those?
Mm-mm.
Tell you what, we Carrie,
I'm sure it was north of 10,
Well,
$15.
you don't even have to go that far, but Carrie and I went down to Miami one time. He was doing part of a business thing, and when he was done with his meetings, I said, let's hook up in South Beach. There's a really beautiful area called Lincoln Road Mall. Nice coffee shops and galleries, and it's a very high-end district, and they have a Davidoff appointed cigar shop.
Yeah.
So It's actually, believe it or not, it's a very well done cigar shop because it's about as wide as Doña Noli is, twice as long. Because at the end is where the bar is, so you gotta go.
I think you need to specify the shop because if you're talking,
it's the shop.
He's a small person.
Hey, Lily, ¿cómo estamos, mi belleza? Todo lo mejor para ti, la gente linda de Puerto Rico. Muchas bendiciones. Lily Orsola is watching right now. Well, there was this shop. It was a Davidoff Opponent store in South Beach, but it's about maybe, I don't know, it was like 10 feet wide by whatever, 80 feet in length. And at the end, they had this really nice little bar, but it was stocked. Like, they had the good stuff there. I remember also that they were hookah as well. Because in the front area, this is an open-air mall. They had like 30 chairs.
Bazaar.
It's beautiful, dude. If you go down there, you got to go. It's in Lincoln Road Mall. It has a little bit of everything for everybody. But the best thing you can do there.
Still open?
Oh, yeah. Well,
COVID.
Parts of it are, of course, are. Parts of it are not. But it's the greatest place for people watching you will ever have.
I don't doubt it.
So Carrie and I went in and we started looking around, and man, we saw the 858s by Arturo Fuente. Normally, what, $7, $8, something like that at most. They had them there for $16. I said, I'm not doing this. I go, that's crazy. But one of the best experiences was, as we walked in, there was a sweet little old lady around my mom's age in her 70s, sitting down, rolling cigars right there. Fresh, hand-rolled cigars by the door.
It's always fun to watch. Like, I love going to Florida America and watching her roll cigars and stuff.
Well, here's the neat thing about it. When we asked her, in Spanish, I was talking to her and said, dear lady, señora, how much are your cigars? And so the lady from the counter said, well, her cigars are the Robustos $8 and the Toros are $9. I'm like, there it is. I'd rather help her out. No, now mind you, I'm sure she ran through the shop and they paid her and whatnot. But I wanted that experience. I was like, man, so between Carrie and I, we bought like about 8 cigars, which is fine. And then I said, Carrie, let's go to the bar. Now we saved a little bit of money by buying from her.
Like, it's like going direct to the factory.
Yes. Yeah. We had 2 good fingers of Zacapa 25-year-old rum. That's where they get you. I'm telling you again, prices down there, holy Moses. I think it was like $20 or almost $25 for that nice, good shot. I mean, all in all, we dropped about $60, $70. But it was a great experience because we sat there, people watched, we enjoyed that woman's cigars.
You stalked people.
Yeah, completely. I mean, it's hilarious because South Beach is a very open environment. I mean, you see it all on there. I mean, I'm telling you, you will see it all. Like, you will see one huge muscle-bound, enormous, like out of the gym guy.
You can barely pick up a piece of paper.
No, he'll see his buddy goes, hey, how are you? Oh my God! Hey, and you're like, oh my God! And I'm dying laughing on the floor, like, look at this Mary. I'm like,
oh.
I mean, it's like that kind of crap, or like, you see like beautiful.
Just, if you insult somebody and they get mad, just run 30 yards.
Oh, I could outrun that guy. But it was just awesome to see that. There's actually a really neat. It's a restaurant, but they do drag performances throughout the day. So all the waiters or waitresses are professional. It's a good experience. It's a fun experience. It's cool.
I'm sure it's quite interesting.
Oh, it actually, believe it or not, for the experience of it, it's hilarious. You have a lot of fun.
You have a good time.
Cece, you're up. Okay.
Oh man, I'm telling you, and everybody, just gives $1. So I mean, they're performing. But it's a very fun thing. And then you have like high-end shopping on a level, like, you got Gucci, you got Prada.
Yeah.
And I just look like, oh look, I can never afford that shit. Yay!
You're kind of going to a casino.
When I was in Fort Lauderdale, I walked into this shop and I saw this jacket. I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool jacket. $1,500. And I'm like, I could do that in my garage for like $10.
Yeah, like they rip it and all stuff.
Yeah. Like, it looked kind of cool.
You look like you're wearing about $30,000 worth of clothing right now.
I could be.
I'm telling you, if you could take the South Beach, they're like, oh, how much is that jacket?
Listen.
Ed Hardy, rest his soul.
I have 2 of his ties.
Well, his shop, the flagship Ed Hardy shop was in South Beach. Dude, a T-shirt was like $80. For a T-shirt, I said, dude, you're not that cool. you're not tattooing the shit on me. It's like insane.
Listen to this. I was in. This was my last unit. Probably like 5 or 6 years ago. Me and a buddy of mine, we were sitting down, we were eating, and we were talking, and we're like, man, what's up with all these people wearing like torn jeans? Like, you can go to a Hobo down the street and like say, give me your jeans, I'll pay you $50 for them, right? I said, that's a good idea.
Clean them and resell them for $200.
Exactly. And then he said, we could come up with a whole like magazine, like Hobo Vogue.
Dude, but, okay, you say that.
You think that somebody's done that?
Listen,
I own the rights to Hobo Vogue.
I can tell you this for a fact, fellas, and you guys know me and you know all that stuff, but I've seen shit within the fashion community of Miami.
You mean like Lady Gaga wearing a meat suit?
Well,
yeah, I remember.
Or Kermit the Frog?
That's that, but it's just, dude,
That's
people are like walking into places and they're buying stuff that you're like, that's garbage. You know, it's like, who's wearing like, I've seen like potato sack suits.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And burlap.
and, you know, like burlap. Yeah, burlap with the actual old, like, you know, the imprints.
Yeah.
I have one of those.
And they're considered like, you know, Vogue. They're very like,
High fashion.
High fashion, yes, high fashion. And I've seen shit like that. I'm like, what? For $3,000, I'm like, what animal is gonna wear that?
We put like fittings and stuff in those. We're going to job sites.
I have one of those suits made of.
I need to
made
get
of
me
burlap.
some burlap and you know make some like suits out of put them here and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, mine's called the ghillie suit.
The just yeah.
No, really, that's the best thing to make a ghillie suit out
I
of
think you can
burlap.
attach anything to it.
Yeah, because
Well, not
there's
just
a
that,
whole
but the
holes all
smell.
over it.
Oh yeah.
Like it smells like it's like dirt, really.
My favorite ones
Essentially
are
it is.
potato
Yeah.
burlap. Like they're like
Old potato bags.
like these 50-pound burlap bags. Oh my god.
Well, you know, from
The earthy
landscaping,
smell. Yes. Well, burlap is what my dad used to
they
use
cover the
for
ball. Yeah.
exactly for the root ball, and it's great because then you don't need to worry about it. It
Biodegrades,
biodegrades.
yeah.
It's
And
awesome.
the plant will actually use it
But
for
it's
food.
crazy that these people in like these high-end cities and environments, they're like a pair of sandals are like $120 or $100 and whatever. I mean, it's like good. There's sandals.
Here's the latest thing I've heard. You know the single cup serving things for coffee?
Yeah, the little demi-tasses.
Yeah,
Like-
there's one that is actually biodegradable. Yeah. It comes
Yeah.
from San Francisco.
You know,
Yeah,
but
you're
I
not
got
like-
one. No, it's been around
It's
forever.
2020, like,
It's called the
nothing
paper
surprising me.
cup.
No, the whole machine is made out of this.
Oh, you bunch of communist fucktards. See, finally, somebody got me to say the F-bomb. I've been controlling it. You bunch of freaking fucktards in California.
Have you seen?
They say with the right amount of heat and water and everything, it'll biodegrade.
Stupid as shit. God almighty.
Have you seen the Green
You know the
Beret
Coke?
movie? Yeah.
I'm going to need several Cokes or something, but I'll be all right.
Have you seen the Green Beret movie with John Wayne?
Years ago.
In the movie,
I know what you're talking about, but yeah, it's been a long, long time.
in the movie, one of the Green Berets is in Vietnam, and he's like scrounging up all this stuff. He's like, "Where did you find this?" He's like, "Oh, I traded it. Traded it for what? Some of this, some of that, and it's some genuine Ho Chi Minh sandals." For those of you that don't know, Ho Chi Minh was the leader of the Viet Cong, and he started
My
the
man.
Communist revolution.
Oh, gee, what's up?
Yeah.
Is he
Anyway.
around? Is he around?
No.
Thank God he's there.
Anyway.
A second.
He's like, "Where did you get a pair of Ho Chi Minh sandals?" Like, I made them. And the other dude's like dumbfounded, like, I work hard, I go to church, I try to be a good person, and like this guy's over here scamming everybody. Like, what the?
Let me tell you, I see stuff being sold on social media, and I am amazed by it. I am
it's
amazed
crazy.
by it that the stuff that's being put out there, and these
Give
high.
me 30 minutes. I'm starting a Hobo Vogue.
I'm
Facebook
telling
page.
you, man, you can make bank. You just go around, you know, everywhere.
I'll go to Walmart, buy a pair of like 10 or 15 pairs of brand new jeans. Give them to a homeless dude. Here you go. Wear these for a week.
Hey.
I'll go back to the same dude a week later. I give him $50. Fucking wash them and sell them for
$200.
Yeah.
I got a guy, Roger.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I showed him today. I was doing
Give
some
him one of those
errands,
jobs.
and I stopped in at my favorite high-end boutique store where I shop all the time, where I drop the big cash. You know, you guys know Goodwill.
Mhm, yeah.
Nice sweater. Still had the little string from the tag. I think that was
he's
$4.
You think he's gonna go on a golf?
Yeah, but it's a nice sweater. It's a nice sweater for $4.
I don't really wear
Brand new.
sweaters. I'm warm-blooded.
Two slacks, $4 each. And again, dude, one of them is a Tommy Hilfiger for dress like. It's mind blowing and mind boggling or mind blogging. Mind blogging. That, and I get the idea because I was there. I was that guy. When I had my business in Miami,
and everything.
Well, true story. I had. That's okay. I had my own personal shopper that would call me from Nordstrom or the salesman there. I had given him all my measurements and he would say, "Hey, Dunk, we just got these nice shirts. I'm gonna make a rack so that when you come in, you can try the shirts, you can try the slacks, all that stuff." So this guy would call me every season. Now, mind you, that's what they're supposed to do, and they have like the black book of all their customers, man. And those guys make a lot of money doing that.
So basically, you had a Rachel.
Who's Rachel?
From Friends. She was a personal shopper on Friends.
Oh, I thought she was a cook.
No, that was
Monica.
Monica was a cook. I didn't know that's what she did. Really, that's what she did.
Monica's a sexy name.
I love Monica, and I like that Monica more than Rachel. Than what was her?
Her real name is
Aniston. Jennifer Aniston.
Right.
I like the brunette better. There's something about her.
Phoebe was just nuts.
Yeah, but I think that I liked it because she was a cook. I mean, what man does not like a good cook?
Yeah, you like to eat. Well, that's why she married her.
And Monica's sort of goofy too.
She is in her own way. Yeah.
So when I'm telling you, I was that guy that the shirts were $120, $180. I mean, I have a Seersucker suit to this day that was custom tailored to me. When the guy called me, I was there with my mentor.
You still have it?
Oh yeah.
You should wear it one day.
Please tell me you have a leisure suit.
It's a seersucker. Is that what it's called?
No, there's something called a leisure suit.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
is that the one that's like the smoking jacket?
No.
No.
No, I don't know. I gotta find out.
Smoking jacket looks more like a gi.
That's what what's his name used to wear all the time. The guy from Arrested Soul from Playboy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wore a smoking jacket.
Well, this was a good friend of mine. His name is Pablo Hernandez. If he's still alive, God bless you. If not, rest your soul. Amazing pianist. He was the. This is one of his gig was. He was the pianist and musical entertainer for the mayor of Miami.
Okay. And
also a fantastic artist. I mean, so Pablo calls me. He says, "Hey, I'm at Nordstrom. There's an engagement. You're gonna be good for. I want you to come in. Good networking." And I said, "What the hell?" He goes, "It's happening on the Bay. You need a summer suit, but adequate for that." I said, "Well, dude, I don't got shit." He goes, "Come on here. I got my guy." So Pablo got me this $1,000 seersucker suit.
There's your leisure suit.
Oh, geez.
Hail to the no. I will never wear
it's
that.
Uncle Rico from the movie Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can even
see
see that.
Yeah.
No, thank God for that.
It's because the LCD screen is blown out.
But long and short of it, Pablo got me that. I said, "Pablo, I'm not going to buy this." And he goes, No, you don't.
They got you that?
No. He got me.
Please tell me the Please tell me.
I said, "I'm not going to buy that." And he goes, "No, I already got it for you. I just need you to come get it tailored to you."
Somebody needs to play the Bee Gees when he walks in wearing it.
So, Hilton, I'm never going to wear that thing. But I did go buy I bought driving smocks, which are like moccasins,
Yeah.
But I went to
what are they?
driving mocks or smocks. They're called smocks.
Never heard.
So your feet don't get scuffed up.
Yeah, they have like a little thing back here that so it's like where you
We used to
rest.
call them spats.
No, spats are actually the things that you cover. For the shoe. No, this was like a moccasin, but it had a resting hard area.
Oh, so it has stiffer heels?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the neat thing was, well, he got me this, and then he goes, "Well, you need a shirt, So I got the shirt. He got me the suit itself, but I got the shirt, and then I said, "You know what? I need a gentleman's scarf for the outside." So in this shopping mall, again, think about this. There was another boutique shop called Fastenab, which was the private label of Nordstrom. That's where I bought the moccasins. And then next door to that, there was a company called Etro. Now, Etro has a history. Back in the days in Italy, they were one of the official manufacturers of custom fabrics.
Did you ever have an American Express black card?
No. Although there are stories about that which I'm never gonna get into.
Allie had one.
Yeah, well, like I said, although I got stories, never gonna get into them because I got into way too much trouble with those cards. Way too much trouble. And the thing is that I never had them, but I had access to them.
Yeah,
So it was like, oh shit, this is even better.
Some big giant guy shows up in a suit like, hey, Duncan, you owe us some money.
No, actually, it was those guys that were calling me and saying, hey, man, we're having a party. Here's the card. It's carte blanche. Whatever the hell you just get everything. So I was like, oh, okay, great.
Right on, yeah.
So I was that guy too, by the way. I was the.
You took advantage of people.
Yes, well, no,
He's the medicine man.
Yes, thank you. But look, long and short of it, I must have been wearing that scarf alone was like $500. I mean, the shoes were like $300. So that night, I was there on the bay, listening to piano, enjoying a cigar, cocktails. Mayor was there, great networking. So think that was a lifetime ago. Today, I swear by Goodwill. I am like the Goodwill whore. I'm
You're gonna find a leisure suit there.
Yeah. Duncan, medicine man, eats a burrito.
Yeah. What's that guy? Okay, a quick one. Just a quick one. Just a quick one. I had a guy say to me one time, we're having a party and we need party favors. I was like, oh God, I got a guy for that.
Oh, no.
So I'm not going to go into the details, but there was a brick.
Oh, yes, I remember the story.
Brick.
What were you guys doing building at a party?
Yeah, exactly. We were building with bricks. So I was that guy.
It was a working party.
I was the facilitator for certain things. I knew people. I was slightly connected, but then they gave me their card.
Statutes of limitations on that.
Hey, it was never under my name or under my card. Thank God for that shit. I was, at least in that regard, fairly smart. But Miami was a lifetime ago, particularly certain things that I didn't happen, which I remember and I laugh. But today, you could not pay me all the gold in China to do half the shit that I did 20 years ago.
Oh, that's because you grew up. You got
you got smarter. You're not going around trying to sucker kick people who are sleeping.
Dude, we showed up at an event that it was like a rave. These DJs that come from Europe, and there was a line that was wrapped around the entire like block. This is South Beach. Mm-hmm. The cost to get in was $80 for the night. My buddy, we show up in a group in a beat up old SUV. And I said, you can't valet this. They're not gonna valet this. It's a piece of shit. He goes, oh, I don't give a shit. He got right into the valet. The valet says, we're not gonna valet. I go, yeah, you are. He gave him $100 tip, and he goes, put it right over there where I can see it when I get out. The guy says, yes, sir. Then he said,
what it had in it, or
no. This guy had money on a level that wasn't counted. He's like one of those like back in the days. Connected guys with a lot of products coming and going. Mm-hmm. So this dude whips out a wad, like a wad of hundreds. There was the smallest bill was 100. I think there was like a $10,000 bill in there. And he said, "We're not making that line. That's stupid. We're not gonna just go up to the damn people at the door and tell them that it's all those." Now normally if it's like 5 guys, you're never gonna get in. If it's like one guy with 6 girls, you're in.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like 5 of us, we want to go in, we're going to, have fun. The guy at the door sees us walking up to me, he goes, you guys got to make that line. I go, no, I'm on the list.
Yeah.
He goes, what's your name? And I go, Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Andrew
yes, sir. How many with you, Mr. Franklin? And I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of us. That's for you. Get us VIPs. He's like, not a problem. He comes back out. He gives us the little things. He goes, don't even worry about paying anything else. Just go to the bar and drink all night long.
Lowside used to do that.
It's like, dude,
it's
crazy. It's crazy the amount of money that those guys make. Like that guy, just a $500 tip to let us walk in. We didn't pay for shit, man. And he hooked us up with like free drinks all night long. I was like, oh, my man. Like you see these dudes, like they're like ugly as dog butts, showing up like beautiful supermodels, and they're walking in because of that. Mm-hmm. Then you get one random dude like, hey man, can I come in? And he's like, no, you're not coming in. Not happening. You're not gonna. Hey Kevin, what's going on, brother? Listen, Kevin, I'm gonna hang out today here at the shop. If you want to come on by after work, you're more than welcome to. I'm waiting for a couple of friends coming up from Charlotte, so I'm gonna hang out here. So if you want to come by, enjoy a smoke, you can. But it's just it seems like a lifetime ago, all this crap. And today I'm a fan of Goodwill. $12 for those 3 things.
That's not bad. Not a bad deal.
and they're brand new as far as I'm concerned. I can't see myself.
Wash them before you wear them.
Yeah.
A little spit and polish, it'll be all right. A little steaming, yeah, what could happen? A little bacteria, a little COVID.
I mean, you remember the kerosene and wire brush?
Yeah,
wash them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I never forgot that part. So, listen, guys, it's been a fun one. I don't even know what the hell the time is.
We've been doing this an hour.
Oh, there you go then. So cigars, what do you guys thought about this? It gives you a lot of smoking time. You know, it's a little.
Yeah. I was very surprised.
Let me see. It's a 4x60 Connecticut nub. Very, very enjoyable little cigar.
And what's the MSRP?
I think these will run you about maybe $6-7.
Not terrible.
Because it's the time that it'll take you to smoke this. So it's
still
almost like smoking like a Toro or something like that.
Mhm.
Because the original creator of the nub is a fantastic individual. I don't know if you guys have heard me say it. His name is Sam Lecchia. He's the guy who created the cane. He created the nubs. Very world-renowned name. Humble dude. Also, former Marine, if I'm not mistaken. And he started this in the garage of his house. You know, so yeah. But he had some issues when he left Oliva. He couldn't take the name or the brand or anything like that. But you know, Sammy worked that out a long time ago. But yeah, man, he's a great guy. And cigars to this day with the nub moniker, in my opinion, I always think of him. I don't even think about Oliva. Great guy.
The pepper's sort of taken a back seat to a little bit more creaminess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say hay, but something like a light.
A little grassiness to it, but a dry little grass note. I agree with that.
I got a dry tobacco.
That you know what, I get that too because my palate's not like his. So I agree with that. It's a drier creaminess, not heavy, and it sits nice like right here. I think it's for a smooth, mild cigar.
Did you be sure to like crunch them up before?
Yeah, I tried to give it a full Nelson before I did that. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hopefully you didn't hear that, you fucking whore. I meant that in a nice way, really, really nice way.
I forget. I was smoking. I think it was the Firethorn that I got when we went to Casa de Monte Cristo.
Yeah. But wait, thank you guys. Last Sunday,
That was nice.
I'm wondering if we might do something along those lines sporadically. Invite some folks and say,
Hey, why not?
you want to hook up at Casa de Monte Cristo?
But
I had a good time.
I was smoking the Firethorn, and before I realized it, I was actually burning into the band. And I was like, "What's that smell?" I was like, "Oh, the band," and I forgot to take it off. And there's a little bit of like just the very corner of it started to burn.
Hint of glue.
Yeah.
You're like, I love that. So I like this. I would smoke this again. Actually, I have smoked this. There used to be a fun thing that
It's the first nub I've had, actually.
You're gonna laugh at this. I think you guys will appreciate this. When these came out, everybody was doing this because the construction is so tight on this thing, so well done, that you can smoke it all the way down to here, the ash, and turn it and stand it on the ash.
I've seen people do that. Yeah.
And we used to do like contests and stuff like that. Yeah, like, hey man, if you can, like, the longer you could smoke it to get the bigger ash, and then flip it.
Without dropping it.
Yeah, without dropping, man. I'll tell you what, there was a lot of guys who were into that shit. So we used to do that and said, if you can do that, you don't pay for that cigar. And I'm like, oh, that's a fun little thing. But very, very enjoyable smoke. I probably would bring it in here. It's not a bad cigar. I don't think it's overly pricey. Excuse me.
Once a week cigar, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for the blue collar guy who spends a little bit more, I think it's on point. For the blue collar guy who's looking maybe to just stay below the $6 range, maybe not. But I mean, if you want to like treat yourself and say, I'm gonna buy a couple of sticks for the weekend, not a bad one. The cane that they do is really intense. They do a Maduro. They do a brilliant selection of nubs in almost every blend.
Do they have a cane nub?
Oh yeah. It's
That's
nice.
gotta be intense.
Well, think about this. Yes and no. It's a 60. It's a 60, so it's got a lot of smoking space.
I got you.
So it's not like
draw down real tight like a Lancero.
If it was like a little Corona cane, they do a cane Daytona Lancero. It's smooth, it's delicious, but it's got some beef in it, man. And you're like, I like this.
What's the Daytona designation? That's just
Sam Lecchia did one that was an homage, basically, to because he's a big fan of first of all, one of the big things about when Cane came out, they did a bike giveaway.
Okay.
Like not like the ones that I like the cafe style, sort of like what you're building for Allie.
Mm-hmm.
That really beautiful. They did a custom bike.
Modern cruiser, yeah.
Beautiful. They did a custom cane bike that was like sick, dude. So he's also big into cars as well. So he loves that, and he introduced the Daytona around that.
Oh, right on.
So it was supposed to be a little bit of a milder cane, but with a lot of kick behind it, like and mild in flavor, but just good strong. Very, very enjoyable. Listen, fellas, I think we're good for the week, man. I get off at 2. Well, get off at 2. I'll be here. I'll be here, Kevin. I'll be here. And anything that you guys want to leave anybody with? I mean, it's been an interesting week, man. A lot of shit going on in politics. We're not going to get into that one.
Yeah. I think I finally nailed down the bike that I'm going to get for Allie. I've gone back and forth between a couple bikes, but this one that I'm going to get, it's put together, running. It's going to be a little more pricey, but I'm actually getting it from Santiago, so he's going to make me a deal on it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he actually he did make it home after like several shots.
Because he was celebrating his birthday, which is not too long ago, right?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, we had to help load his bike up into the back of a truck.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That good, huh? That good.
We went over to Delaney's. I bought him a shot for it, and then I don't think he got out of there before 5 other people got him shots.
Why didn't you call me? I'd come by and help.
No, you were busy with your girl.
Yeah, you were busy.
We went, got food, and went to sleep.
Yeah, that's all they did. My God,
Well,
is that what you think
you
about?
probably would have been asleep.
He probably thinks that you young people, all you think about is sex. Oh God, Mike.
No, he was sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping.
Unless that's a euphemism for something.
Yeah. So, Mikey, anything you want to leave anybody with for the weekend here?
No, just try and be safe next week with all the craziness.
Is there more crazy headed our way?
Probably.
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
fuck it.
Well,
I don't care.
Tell you what, man, I'm super excited. As I mentioned briefly, we are going to be overhauling the space in here. I'm going to be doing a brand new counter area, which I'm excited about that.
You want to start on that today?
No. I mean,
Me and Mike.
I need projects here because otherwise I'm like, what do I do during the week? So Monday I'm gonna begin the breakdown, and I have to bring the wood and stuff like that. The shelving. Wood? Well, I got the shelving.
Do you need more pallets?
No.
You sure?
No, I'm good with that.
We've only got 3. We're not even close to our 10.
I know
pallets.
he wants to bring like 10 pallets. No pallets were necessary for that. Mm-hmm. But no, we'll be fine. And then if everything goes well, I believe that maybe as early as before Friday, but we should have a really interesting new look in the humidor, and I'm gonna do something really special to tell you guys all about that. I think that Doña Noli's foreseeable future is gonna be all about you, the blue collar guys. It's about supporting you guys because you guys are all supporting us.
The forgotten men and women who smoke cigars.
I agree, man. The $3 to $6 range. That's what we're going to focus on. I'm very excited about that. There are some really good things in the works. Pray for us. Pray for me. Pray for Doña Noli. And above all else, support the damn shop. But I'm good to go with that, man. Thank you guys. Another great week. My buds right here. Couldn't ask for better.
You guys got anything left in the tank, or did you polish them off?
I'm done.
I got a smidgen. So
all right, well, just
cheers. There you go. Oh, come on.
You can sip on your water.
Yeah, there you go. Sip on the water. Coca-Cola, everybody. What's Coca-Cola?
Last little bit out.
And remember, above all else, guys, remember, smoke well. We do. Amen. Hallelujah. And take it easy.